Davileo Davilei.
There is only one science oracle. There is only one master
teacher.
Davileo Davilei, you are our hero. Davileo Davilei, you are our hero. You are like the rainbow, you are our hero. You color our world far beyond the imaginable and makes our world illuminable, adorable, and more livable. Illuminable, adorable, and more livable. And whatsoever you do, incredible and remarkable, incredible and remarkable. We love you, Davileo Davilei. You are of all most envied.
I once again welcome to the Davileo Davilei's code, otherwise known as Davileo Davilei Crazy Word Principle for Crazy Scholars, Experimental Chemistry, Volume 1, course Episode 4. If you are joining us for the very first time, if you are joining us for the very first time, I would rather suggest you go back to what Episode 1, Episode 2, and course 3, so you can have what an orderly comprehension of the whole concept known as what the Davileo Davilei's code, otherwise known as Davileo Davilei's Crazy Word Principle. Like I said before, these principles we are actually formulated to make what a complex word task under experimental chemistry very much easy. It is a machine. I call it a machine. And what is a machine? It's a device which will enable you to accomplish a complex task more easily and conveniently, saving time and what energy. So we are looking at what in this fourth episode or episode 4, we shall be looking at what is called the principle of what solubility. There are certain salts that are soluble in water, and there are certain salts that are not what soluble in water. So under what the principle of what solubility, we shall be looking at what 4 principles as far as what the solubility of what salt and what water is concerned. Davileo Davilei has formulated 4 principles, which we shall be considering as far as what this episode 4 is what concerned. We shall be looking at what is called number 1, the spark. We shall be looking at the spark. We call it the spark all inclusion. The spark all inclusion what? Principle of solubility. The spark all inclusion principle of solubility. Then we shall look at what the past all inclusion what? Principle of solubility. Then we shall consider what is called the C chloride. The C what? Chloride all exclusion. All what? Exclusion. Principle of solubility. And of course the last one is known as the parallel. The parallel sulfate. The parallel what? Sulfate what? Salt all exclusion. Principle of what? Solubility. As formulated by Davileo Davilei. With these principles, I can bet my bottom dollar that you can what accomplish all questions which has to do with the solubility of what salt in water almost effortlessly and at a greater incredible what speed. So what the principle of what solubility of what salt, like I said before, I'm reiterating, we shall be having 4 what principles. The spark what all inclusion what salt principle of solubility, the past all inclusion salt principle of solubility, the parallel chloride all inclusion principle of solubility, and what? The C chloride salt all inclusion principle of solubility, and the parallel sulfate salt all inclusion principle of solubility. So let's consider the one after the other. Number 1 is called the spark salt all inclusion what principle? The spark salt all inclusion what principle of solubility. What is it all about? This principle states that in a water solubility what medium, mark it. It states that in a water solubility what medium, all sorts of Sodium, potassium, ammonium, and carbonate. And what? Carbonate are soluble in water. So under examination condition, you will be faced with a question which has to do with the solubility of these salts, such as what sodium, potassium, aluminum, and what carbonate. There is a principle as formulated by Davileo Davilei, which is known today as the spark plug principle, which we are able to answer that question. So the spark salt all inclusion principle of solubility says that all salt in a water solubility medium, all salts of sodium, potassium, aluminum, and of course carbonate. Look at it. Sodium, potassium, aluminum, and carbonate. Coded as spark. Coded as spark. Where spark simply represents sodium, potassium, aluminum, and carbonate. All salts of sodium, potassium, aluminum, and carbonate in a water solubility medium are all soluble. Are all what? Soluble, meaning that they dissolve. That is the spark salt all inclusion principle of solubility. The next one is the past salt. The past what? Salt. All inclusion principle of solubility. What is it all about? The past, take for instance, please, let me give some examples of what is past salt. Sodium salt is what? Sodium chloride, NaCl. Then potassium salt, you may have what? KNO3. Then what? Ammonium salt, you may have what? NH what? For enclosed in bracket 2SO4. Then our carbonate salt is CaCO3. So these are all the salts of what? So that potassium, aluminum, and carbonate. All of these salts, according to the spark principle, in a water solubility medium, they are all soluble, meaning they will dissolve perfectly. So under examination condition, they ask you, which of the following salts are soluble in what? Water. If you see any of these there, that should be the correct option. I believe I am communicating. Let us now consider the next one, known as the past salt. All inclusion what? Principle of what? Solubility in a water what? Medium. The past what? Salt. The past what? Salt. The past what? Salt all inclusion what? Principle of what? Solubility in a water medium states that what? In a water solubility what? Medium, all sort of potassium, all sort of potassium, whose chemical what element, a symbol is K, ammonium, whose what chemical what formula is what NH what 4, then sodium, whose chemical what symbol is Na, and of course triazonitrate, which is N3. So all sorts of what? Potassium, ammonium, sodium, and triazonitrate in a water solubility medium, according to the word, the past salt all inclusion principle, they are soluble. They are what? Soluble. What's the reason why we use what? All inclusion, meaning that all of these salts, no one is excluded. None is excluded. All of them in a water solubility medium, they are soluble. So based on the aid of the past salt all inclusion principle, when you are faced with a question that has to do with solubility of salt in water, and you see any of these salts there, then have it at the back of your mind that they must be soluble. They must be what? Soluble. So that is all you need to know concerning the past salt all inclusion principle. So let's look at the next one, known as the C chloride. You see what? Chloride salt all exclusion principle. The C chloride all exclusion principle. The C chloride salt all exclusion principle. What is it all about? The C chloride salt all exclusion principle states that in a water solubility medium, with the exclusion of the salt of what? Silver. With the exclusion of what? The salt of what? Silver. Lead. With the exclusion of what? The salt of what? Silver and lead. Coded as seal. Coded as seal. Where SI is soluble in the water solubility word medium. All other chloride salt, all other chloride salt, all other chloride salt, whether sodium chloride, whether potassium chloride, name them calcium chloride, all of these salts are soluble in water, in a water medium, but with the exclusion of just two salts, the chloride salt of silver and what? Lead. The chloride salt of what? Silver and what? Lead. Coded by what? Seal. So if they ask you to state what the seal chloride was salt, all what? Exclusion principle, it simply says that with the exclusion of the chloride salt of silver and lead, all other chloride salt are soluble in water. So when you're faced with a question that has to do with what? The dissolution of what chloride salt in water, please watch out for these two salts, that of silver and of course that of lead. They are insoluble. With the exclusion of these two, every other chloride salt must be soluble in water. Let's consider the very last one, solubility of one salt in what? A water medium. And that is called the balance surface salt on exclusion principle. It is as synonymous to what? The sea chloride salt on exclusion principle. Now look at it. The balance surface salt on exclusion principle. The balance surface salt on exclusion principle. What is it? What is it all about? It's a principle formulated by Davileo Davilei, aka the science oracle by God's grace, and it states that what? In a water solubility medium, with the exclusion of the salt of what? Barium and lead. Barium is Ba and lead is what? Bb. With the exclusion of these two salts, that of barium and lead, every other sulfate salt, whether it is potassium sulfate salt, K2SO4, or sodium Na2SO4, ammonium NH4 enclosed bracket 2SO4, name them. Every other sulfate salt, which are these most on the world, with the exclusion of the salt of barium and that of lead, are soluble in water. Once again, I want to say thank you very much for following the series on the Davileo Davilei code, otherwise known as Davileo Davilei crazy principle of experimental chemistry, volume 1. Watch out for episode 5. God bless you.